Many women are struggling with nighttime cravings, and it's not because you lack discipline, it's because you're depriving your body of the one thing that it needs during the day. But what if I told you that the reason why you're standing in your pantry at 9 p.m. trying to find some snacks because you have these super strong cravings has little to do with having discipline? Because here's what I see all the time. Women tend to skip breakfast because they're either busy or they simply just don't have the appetite for it. And then what's going to happen? You're going to grab a coffee and then you're going to munch on some snacks throughout the day. And then you're wondering why you're starving and craving simple carbs, especially at night when it's time to finally wind down. I'm going to be honest. The problem isn't that you have no self-control. The problem is that your body has been so underfueled in the morning and during the day. By the time you get home and your brain is able to catch up, you're craving everything in sight. And one of the biggest things that tend to determine how strong your hunger and your cravings are by the end of the night is how you start your day. It's also going to help boost your satiety hormone to help keep you full and more satisfied throughout the day. And not only that, having breakfast or something super small in the morning is what also stabilizes your cortisol response to help reduce that stress signal in the morning. So instead of trying to fight cravings later on at night or trying to intuitively eat during the day, you could actually prevent that from happening. So in this video, I'm going to show you my top 3 high protein, high fiber breakfasts that I also implement myself and that my clients have been eating to help them lose 15 plus pounds of body fat. Each breakfast has 30 grams of protein, around 8 to 10 grams of fiber, and it's going to crush any sweet tooth cravings that you might have later on at night. All of these meals take under 10 minutes to make. They're going to keep you full throughout the day, and they're going to make fat loss a whole lot easier. A lot of women nowadays have it so backwards. They think that they can get away with skipping breakfast and fasting during the day and trying to front load more of their nutrients later on in the evening at night, but that tends to backfire because your body is going to receive this signal that it's been starving all day. So what's going to happen? Your hunger hormones are going to increase. And even though you've just had a full meal for dinner, you're probably still going to be hungry after. Now, I know this might sound backwards for you because you've probably gotten used to skipping breakfast or using intermittent fasting during the day, but you will be better off stopping your last meal earlier on in the evening or earlier on in the night, because once you do that and you go to sleep, when you wake up, your body has already gone through a fast. If you have dinner at 7:30 and you don't eat for the rest of the night and you wake up at around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, that's a 12-hour fast. Instead of using that 12-hour fast during the day and actually sitting through and feeling that hunger, why not just sleep through it? So start having your first meal or something super light earlier and end your last meal earlier as well. So starting off with the first meal is a high protein breakfast burrito. This by far is one of my favorites because it's loaded with fiber and you can make a bunch of different variations when it comes to a burrito. You can do a steak and egg burrito or maybe add in some potatoes or even black beans in there. And on top of that, it's super easy to meal prep because if you just spend 30 minutes cooking the insides of the ingredients and then wrapping them up, storing them in the fridge, once you wake up in the morning before you head to work or before you start your day, all you have to do is simply pop it in the microwave and you have your breakfast ready to go. So not only is having a breakfast burrito going to help you hit your protein and your fiber goals, it's also going to make it super convenient for you. And when things are convenient, you're more than likely to stay consistent. So what I like to do and what I also recommend my clients do is go for a lower calorie keto style wrap. So doing this is going to give you a little bit more leeway to add in more ingredients to the burrito to make it more filling without drastically increasing the calories. Because if we go for a traditional style burrito wrap, that's going to give us roughly 250 calories versus if we go for a keto style wrap, on average, that can give us around 70 to 100 calories. And it might not sound like that's a big difference, but if you take this approach for each meal that you're having, by the end of the day and the end of the week, it definitely adds up. So one way to keep this burrito super easy and super simple is by adding in 2 eggs with some egg whites or even thinking about throwing in some beans to it. Another way that I like to make it in order to help boost the protein content a little bit more is I'll add in a serving size of chicken, roughly 4 ounces, with 2 whole eggs. And you're definitely going to want to think about adding on some fruit to the side because this is going to help add volume to your meal as well as boost the fiber content. So some good options to add on is 1 cup serving of berries, so whether that's blueberries, blackberries, or raspberries. You could even do a mix of all 3, but this is by far one of the sides that I tend to recommend because this on average is going to give you around 8 grams of fiber just from the fruit alone. And when we pair that with protein and fat from the eggs and even more fiber if we're going for a keto style wrap, this meal is going to set you up for greatness during the day because you're going to feel so full and so satisfied. It's going to help reduce those cravings later on at night. You'll be shocked that once you include this first meal, you probably won't feel hungry until around 4 to 5 hours later. One of my clients was eating this every single day for an entire week, and she was barely feeling hunger when it was time for her next meal. And if you're someone who doesn't like cooking at all in the morning, you don't want to chop anything up, you don't want to turn on the stove, this is perfect for you. Just make sure you prioritize enough time before to prep your ingredients. To wrap the burritos, simply just store them in the fridge and you have them ready to go. Meal number 2 is protein overnight oats. Again, if you have an objection of eating breakfast in the morning because you feel like you don't have the time and you don't feel like cooking, you're going to want to incorporate this. The reason why I love this so much for myself and my clients is because, like I said, it takes little to no cooking. It's loaded with protein and loaded with fiber to help keep you full throughout the day. Now, I like to add on a few different toppings. You can definitely adjust the variation, and this is perfect because it just makes the meal more satisfying. If you're eating oatmeal alone with nothing on top of it, no type of crunch, no type of sweetness, it will taste a little different and it will taste a little bland. So I like to spice it up a little. So some toppings that I like to go for is I like to sprinkle on some pumpkin seeds, some walnuts, and some pecans. Now, you definitely do want to be mindful with the portion size that you're using because these seeds are loaded in fat. They're higher in fat, meaning they're higher in calories compared to, let's say, carbs and protein, for example. So I tend to limit myself, and I make sure that my clients limit themselves to around 1 tablespoon for each. Because if you just mindlessly pour it on top, what's supposed to be a lower calorie breakfast can easily touch 1,000 calories just by mindlessly pouring on the nuts and seeds. So make sure you go for the traditional rolled oats as opposed to the pre-packaged oats or the instant oats, because the instant oats tends to have added sugars into it. Now, you can also add in fat-free milk to help save on calories a little bit. I like to go for the Fairlife fat-free milk because for 1 full cup, it's giving you 26 grams of protein. So just from that cup of milk alone, we're already hitting the protein goal for the meal. Now, if you don't drink cow's milk and you want to go for, let's say, an oat milk or an almond milk or even pistachio milk, you can definitely do that. If you do go that route, I recommend adding in a scoop of protein powder. So this is going to average around 25 to 30 grams of protein per scoop to help you hit that goal in the beginning of the day. Now, this meal is also great because we're getting fiber from the oats, but I think we could improve on it a little bit better. So I also recommend to add in around a tablespoon or 2 of chia seeds. So this is going to add more soluble fiber to the breakfast. And what soluble fiber is going to do is it's going to absorb in water and form a thick gel. So once it touches your stomach, it's going to expand and help keep you full until your next meal. Having this breakfast earlier on in the morning is by far one of the easiest ways to crush those cravings later on at night. And the beautiful thing I love about this is that you can switch up the toppings the way you want. If you don't want to go for nuts and seeds the way that I do, you can just simply add on a little bit of granola on top for some extra crunch, or maybe even adding on some higher fiber fruits for extra sweetness. So strawberries, blueberries, or blackberries, for example. So let's say you're working 3 12-hour shifts back to back and you want to prep 3 of these breakfasts. It literally will only take you 10 minutes, if not less, to pour everything into a bowl, shake it up, and store it into the fridge. So that in the morning time when you're at work, or depending if you're eating before work, all you have to do is pop it out of the fridge, pop it into the microwave, and you have something ready in under 2 minutes. And this meal is perfect because it's going to give you stable energy. We're getting carbs from the oats and we're pairing that with fiber to help slow down digestion, to help slow down that glucose spike so that you don't feel fatigued, you don't feel foggy, and you don't feel hungry an hour or 2 after eating. And if you wanted to eat it cold, great. Just take it out of the fridge and you have it ready to go. So with this breakfast, we're easily hitting 30 grams of protein with at least 10 grams of fiber. And now with meal number 3, it's going to be your yogurt bowl. Again, if you don't like cooking in the morning and you don't like turning on the stove, you're going to want to have this for breakfast. And the beautiful thing about this is that we can switch the variations up and just have a simple base of our yogurt as our go-to, as our staple, and then just add on a bunch of different toppings that you like. So you can do the Oikos 000 yogurt that only has 90 calories per cup and 15 grams of protein. So this can look like going for 2 of those to hit that 30 grams of protein goal. If you're not going to go for that and you simply just want to use 1, I recommend adding in around a scoop or a half a scoop of protein powder to get you to that goal. Now, if we top that on with some high fiber fruits, we have a recipe for greatness, because when you pair protein and fiber together in a meal, you're going to stabilize your hunger, you're going to control your cravings, cravings and satisfied all day. Now, if you don't like the flavored yogurts, what you can also do is just go for plain non-fat Greek yogurt, because for one serving, you're getting around 18 grams of protein for only 90 calories. And then you can naturally sweeten it with around a tablespoon of honey or going for fresh fruit inside. Now, I know sometimes some people can get a little carried away when it comes with the toppings on their yogurt bowls, such as adding in more honey or such as adding in coconut flakes, extra granola. So these tend to add up and can be very calorie dense if you're not careful. But if you go for using a plain non-fat Greek yogurt as opposed to going for a 2% or a full fat Greek yogurt, you can cut back on calories drastically just by making those swaps so that you can fit in those extra toppings. If you don't like non-fat Greek yogurt and you prefer the creaminess that full fat yogurt gives you, then maybe this is going to look like reducing on the portion size when it comes to the toppings. Now that we went through all three meals that are loaded with protein and loaded with fiber, the one thing I want you to keep in mind is that having these meals isn't exactly a magic fix. They're not special just because of the ingredients. They're effective because they solve an actual problem of managing and controlling your hunger and controlling your cravings throughout the day and at night. Most women trying to lose body fat are simply not eating enough protein, they're definitely not eating enough fiber, and they're waiting too long to fuel their bodies the right way. When you start your day with meals just like this, you're giving your body what it needs before it's able to let hunger and cravings take over. And that's when fat loss starts to feel easy and manageable, and it won't even feel like you're dieting because you're giving your body a fighting chance to fight off hunger. And you're no longer fighting your hunger every single night. So if you're tired of just constantly dealing with cravings and constantly starting over and just wondering why fat loss is harder than it needs to be, click on the first link down below in the description to book a one-on-one call with me. We'll look at exactly what's keeping you stuck, we'll create a plan that fits your schedule, and we'll map out the fastest path towards your goals without extreme dieting or without cutting out the foods that you love. So click on the first link down below and we'll chat soon.